So why would data collected by the RDS be any more accurate than data collected in today's WHOIS system? This is one of the things we set out to do with the EWG and was a primary driving purpose for our work, creating a system with far more accurate data, as that has been one of the biggest complaints about the current system. We believe we've addressed this quite well in various ways through the work we've done and all of the different components we've proposed. There are three primary ways of looking at this, but there are many others that are also key to making sure that more accurate data is available through this system. Those three primary ways include the ability for registrants and domain and contact holders to control their data. They are accountability for those using the system, both the people putting data in and the people actually accessing the data, and more robust validation techniques and methodologies. So starting with that last point, we have created a system of validators, which can be registrars and other entities that allows for a domain registrant or the various contacts, purpose-based contacts associated with the domain to control their information directly and use a service that they are comfortable with, that speaks their local language, that allows them to make updates in the way they feel is most comfortable to them, and provides optional levels of validation. This should allow for much greater accuracy and being able to keep those things up to date. For the way the system works is that if you enter a change in one contact set of information, set of the contact data, it will propagate to all domain names that use that contact data. The system is far more accountable in general because of the way that the checks and balances have been written into it, so that those using and accessing the system have to validate themselves, have to have access credentials if they're coming in through the gate, or through the gating system, as it were, and that actually ties to the last point, which is the idea that all data is no longer just freely available in anonymous fashion for anybody to see. The data is controlled that you would like to control as a data holder can be set at different levels of privacy, and the access to data is controlled by a set of rules and principles and purposes that allow the requester of data to see only the data they're entitled to for the purpose they are actually trying to access that data for. This should allow people who have been shying away from sharing data to the wide world because they know it will be published for anyone to see, to have a lot more comfort in being able to share data that they know will only be used for purposes that they actually would prefer that people be able to use it for. All in all, with all the different checks and balances built into the system, it should provide for much more of an incentive for people to put accurate data into the system, as they will understand how that data will be used, who will be using it, and why they will be using it.